Hi, and welcome to the You Can Be Anything podcast. My name is Solange Che, and I am your host. On the podcast today, we are honored to have my own daughter. So I decided to talk to her today because I've been having little chit chats with her as she completes fifth grade, and I thought that some of the things she shared with me are worth sharing with you out there. Again, this is particularly relevant to those of you who have kids that are about her age or who are almost her age, or you have nieces or nephews or friends, right? So I just felt like her experience has been something that we can share with you. Who knows? Remember what the goal of my podcast is, being able to share experiences so that other people can tap from them, right? So I invited Haley today to talk to us about how her last year of school has been like and what she's looking forward to. So let's welcome Haley into the studio. Hi, Haley.
Hi.
It's nice to have you. Thank you for joining me on the podcast. And sure, tell my audience, who is Haley? Tell us about yourself.
Well, I wanted to say thank you for having me here. And my name is Haley Atonga. I am age 11 years old. Some things that I like are dancing, modeling, and reading.
Yeah, so, yep, he's a reader child, so thank you again. And 11 years old, how does it feel like to be 11?
Well, it feels interesting. Well, nothing has really changed. It's only the age, I guess, that has evolved in me.
Got it, You're getting older, right? So interesting. So today I'm happy you accepted to come talk to my audience, and we want to hear what fifth grade has been like for you. What was fifth grade like? You just got out of school, so you're already on your summer holiday. Give us a brief recap of what fifth grade felt like for you.
Well, for me, fifth grade was a stressful, difficult, yet fun year. Because of the COVID-19, it was, stressful because we had the masks, we had desk shields, and we had to social distance. The masks were annoying. The desk shields kept on falling down a lot until we got these desk shield holders that made it way better for the rest of the year. I had friends who helped me throughout the year, and let's say we helped each other throughout the year. And even though it was difficult, we got everything together and kept on going.
That's good to know that you are able to kind of connect. And again, this was a new school for you. You went there just for fifth grade. How was it like integrating into the school?
Well, because of it was a new school, it was a new environment, meeting new people and new teachers. And speaking about teachers, one of my teachers was my homeroom teacher, another was my ELA teacher, so they switched a lot. My homeroom teacher was my math and science teacher, who helped me a lot with math, which I struggled a lot with because I think that math is boring and uninteresting. So she helped me find tricks and stuff that helped me understand math way better. And my ELA teacher, she is a nice person, very active, and someone to always be around.
That's nice. Good to know that you kind of connected with your teachers. Sometimes it could be challenging for a kid to go into a new school and start having issues with teachers or not liking the teacher. You know how kids these days can get. So I am happy that you found a connection with your teachers. They were nice enough to understand your weaknesses, understand the challenge you have, especially with math, and go that extra effort, and go that extra mile to support you. And I would say that helped. That definitely helped a lot because at the end of the academic year, you had an A minus in math. an A minus. So again, that was not bad. Considering that I've seen how you struggle with math, I definitely give your teacher a thumbs up for guiding you through and making you understand that it is a necessary skill for a little girl growing up. So you don't just sit and say, hey, math is boring, and they just let you go. It is something that is important. It is a subject. It's just as important as social studies. You want to be able to, in as much as you are good with social studies, being good with interacting with other people with science, math is as important. Even if you find it challenging, you want to be able to always make that effort, put in that effort, just try. Don't just give up and say, hey, you find math very boring. And I'm happy that you're kind of getting around it. Who knows, one day you might turn out to be a math lover. Let's give that some time. Who knows? So thank you again for that. Yeah, so you had a challenge. So one of your biggest challenges was like with a subject-based challenge. In this case, we are talking about math. And so what about, you didn't have any challenges with your teachers, which is really awesome. So what about friends? What about being able to meet new people, again, I assume or I presume that most of the students you had in your class came from 4th grade together. So most of them already had they were already friends of each other. So you needed to find your place. How was it like making new friends?
Well, it was for me a bit difficult because everyone was friends with somebody from last year, and of course I wasn't there last year because I was in a different school. So as soon as I got there, I made friends with this other girl whose friend was actually in a different class. So she didn't really get to talk to her as much. So we became best friends for the whole year. And then I met other friends who came from online, people who I didn't think I would make friends with until later in the year. So, yeah.
All right, so which means you are making friends. Was that challenging? Was it that easy for you to make those friends?
Well,
because I know every day how you kids find making friends in class important. Of course, I know that this is something that is important. You want to be able to know that when it's recess time, you have somebody to go to play with. Right? I know how important things like that are to you people. Was it easy? Was everybody ready to be friends with Haley? Or did you have to go an extra mile in order to make those friends? Did you have to give up something? Did you have to try to be like somebody so that they can be your friend? What was it? What was the difficult part of making these friends?
Well, one of them I already met on Zoom. So as soon as we got in school learning, we started to hang out until she decided to go to she already had friends from last year, so she kind of left me and went to the other group. But the most difficult part was getting to know them better, because there was a lot of drama. People made false rumors about her, and I didn't know what to believe or not to believe. So then it started with a bit of a rocky start until we decided that you know what, no rumors. We're just gonna be friends and get on with it.
Yeah, and so today you're friends. So finally you were friends with her, and everything went well, and everything is going well.
Yeah.
Oh, that is good. That's interesting to know. I'm happy you got through that. It could be challenging, but I'm happy. Even though you had those challenges, you were able to face them, deal with them. I'm sure you definitely had some emotional breakdowns of probably what to believe and what not to believe about someone you want to be friends with, and you took care of that. It must have been a hard year, child. I'm glad you made it through. So now you're done with elementary school. You're done with 5th grade. Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
It is, right? So come on, tell. I know one of the things that I happen to have attended in person, apart from your promotion week, I know that I was at your school for your diversity day. I know that your school celebrates this international day where students that are originally from other parts of the world are celebrated. They have a parade. Tell me about that day. How did you feel about that day?
Beginning, I was a bit nervous because I was the third person in line to go, and
Why was that? Why were you the third person in line?
because Cameroon was to the sea, and
Oh, so you're originally from...
Cameroon,
Okay.
and there were other people who it was going in the ABC order, and I was third in line. So when it was my turn, I walked out the door. I put my head down and just like holding the flag until when I went to the balloon rush. I was like, okay, might as well just smile and keep on going until we're done with it. So I kept on walking and going, even though I felt a bit nervous because my classmates were the first people I saw. I was walking down. They were cheering me on and waving me.
Yeah, so why was it making you nervous? They were cheering you. I was there. I was yelling your name. Everybody was shouting out. What made you nervous? Why were you feeling it? Was it because it's like I guess that was your first international day you have celebrated, right? I don't think you've celebrated International Day in any of the schools you've gone to.
No.
No, right? So that was like the first one. And you held the flag. What are the colors of your flag?
There's green, red, and yellow.
Yeah, so those are the colors
With
of
the-
the
with the-
Cameroon flag. And
With the yellow star on it.
and the yellow star is on which color?
The red one.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. So it is green, red, yellow, and the yellow star is on the red. So it was fun, and I saw one of your other friends helped you carry the placard that said Cameroon because
No one knew like what country it was.
yeah, and you're the only Cameroonian student in your school,
Yes.
so you needed somebody to help you hold the placard that said Cameroon while you held the Cameroon flag.
Yes.
I thought that was really, really nice. There's actually a picture of her on this International Day with the Cameroon flag on her Instagram page, Hailing Gwenui. That's her Instagram page. I manage the page, not her. She doesn't have access to it.
Yep.
So, yes,
No one's
actually,
access to it.
yeah, when you're old enough to handle social media, you will. But for now, I have a picture of her with that flag on her Instagram page, and her Instagram handle is Hailing Gwenui. So, yes, it was really nice seeing that. So, what about promotion? That was graduation day. That was the big day. I remember putting up your promotion picture, and everybody was like, hey, Haley is such a big girl. Yeah. How was that? How did you feel on that day?
Well, practically everyone. I want to say this again. Everyone was nervous because as soon as we were nervous because the first thing we thought was that, oh my God, maybe the other classes, they're not just our class. But then we realized it's only our class. So the nervous, everything just went down a bit until we walked into our seats, and then until we watched the video, and I was...
Okay, so before she goes on, what she means by other classes were not there. So even though they are all in 5th grade, they are separated in different classes. So on promotion day, again, this is still part of the social distancing, the COVID restrictions, they had to separate each class. So the parents of all the students that are in a particular class came at a certain time. So they were in a hall during the ceremony. It was just their class. It was not like the whole of 5th grade. They did it by class. So I think that's what she means by being in classes and kind of bringing out, I wonder why you are nervous. Those are your classmates that you see every day. But yes, sorry to interrupt you. I just needed to make that clear.
Yeah, and the ceremony, they called out names people who were in clubs, and after that we had this call out. So because my last name is Satonga, and I'm the third in line. So I line up. When they call my name, I walk up there, take my certificate, and take a picture.
You could barely walk. I saw you. It's
I
like
was
you were
in
gonna
heels.
fall down.
I was in heels. That was the problem, and everyone was just like, I guess they were really nervous because of how walking in there and falling, like just tripping over you, tripping was like the biggest thing. Like, oh my god, if I trip, what am I gonna do? But of course, nobody tripped, and the promotion went really well.
Nobody tripped, but a couple of you held your certificate the opposite way. So they gave them their certificates, and instead of showing...
I put mine down by accident. I just realized that.
I noticed that there was another student that also, I don't know why they were nervous. I thought they were going to be like really excited. And instead of having the certificates face the camera, they kind of turned it, and I was like, oh, great, interesting. But yes, that was a really fun day. I was so proud of you. I felt so good. You looked so good in your dress. You had a lot of compliments about how your dress was on you. And again, a dress, she is on her Instagram page. Again, I put a picture of her in her promotion dress on that Instagram page. So if you would like to check it out, go ahead and check out Haley Ngwenwi. So it's HALEYNGWENUI. Haley Ngwenwi. So that's her first name and her middle name. And Ngwenwi because she is my mom. That's my grandmother's name, and I named her after my grandma. So she is my grandma. So thank you again once more for sharing that. I know that you had challenges, but the most important thing is that you made it out strong. I was very impressed with your grades. I'm happy, even the math that was such a struggle for you, you were able to get an A minus, which of course I'm happy you did that well. But that doesn't stop us from practicing more and more math, sometimes during summer, so that when you get to 6th grade, you will be ready for it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So now let's go to getting to 6th grade, right? So this is middle school. Welcome to middle school. That is excitement. As a parent, I sometimes think about middle school, and it challenges me like just mind challenges, right? I kind of worry. I'm like, hey, what is it going to be like? This is a school with with bigger students. You have older students. I think your middle school goes all the way to like 8th grade.
9th grade.
Oh, absolutely. Like, so you have people there who are like 16 up to like the age
15 or 16,
16. So this is getting these twins mixed up with teenagers. Sometimes it kind of like, I'm worried about what they're going to pick up, are they going to want to try to become teenagers when it's not even time yet? So those kind of things, it worries me as a kid, as a mom. And I believe that other parents too have such kind of concerns. So yes, let's hear what you think about middle school. What excites you about middle school?
Well, for middle school, I decided to join dance team, the school dance team, and I'm also excited meeting different people, because it's not just gonna be people from my class. Not people in 5th grade in my school. It's gonna be people from different schools that come to the middle school, and I'm excited to meet them, and some of them I'm going to I might know them because I've seen them around, I guess, like in my apartment. So I might know a bit of them.
All right, that's interesting. So you're looking forward to middle school. Yeah, those are the things that excite you, that you're going to meet new people, different people. And on the other side of it, what are your fears when you're not excited? What do you fear about middle school?
One of my fears is people, not like regular normal people, just like walk to school, go to class and stuff. But what I mean by people is like bullies and the mean girls you always see on TVs walking around like they own the place, and getting bad grades, because I have 7 different classes, and that means a lot of homework. And because of COVID-19 in 5th grade, we didn't have any homework. Our homework was work that we didn't finish at school. So now I'm gonna have tons of homework to do and tons of grades to catch up with.
Yeah, but that is what education is like, right? That is you getting older and taking responsibility and seeing the need to be able to catch up, to make sure that you go to school, you learn, and in as much as that's the purpose of going to school, you also want to make sure that you are being a human being, right? So you're living your social life as well. You're interacting with people, you're picking up skills, you're learning lessons of life, right? And again, I'm so excited for you that you made it to the school dance team. That is one thing that I really kept my fingers crossed. I knew that if you didn't make it, you'll probably, so quick story, when she was in, what grade was that?
Third
Grade. She auditioned for the
cheerleading
team at her school at the time, and,
And
she didn't make it.
and I cried.
Oh no, she didn't
So
just cry. She wailed. She cried so badly. So the day we were going for this audition for the dance team, I had my fingers crossed. I was like, oh God, please let her make it. I know she really likes this. She has never been to a professional dance school or anything. She dances at home, and I know she dances well, right? But again, if it doesn't meet the standards of the how do you call them, the people who do the auditions, if she doesn't meet the judges, if she doesn't meet their standards, then she cannot make it. So
Well,
that
I'm happy that they actually had the JV or
the
varsity.
or the adult one,
Yeah.
or the bigger girls one. So again, I'm happy.
Well, it's not only for bigger girls though. It's for anyone, even if it's bigger.
So it depends on your advance, on how advanced you are in
Yes.
dancing. Yeah, you made it to the junior team, and we are happy about that, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are gonna make it to the senior team someday. So we are happy she made it to the dance team, and we're looking forward to an exciting year with her in the dance team, with her knowing the importance of her grades. I'm happy she mentioned that. I'm not sure all the while that we've been talking about things like this, she had never mentioned to me that it was important for her to get those grades. So I'm happy that she has that awareness, right? So I'm excited for you. When I was your age, I was also going to Form 1. I didn't go. I went to Form 1, and I guess it was scary because it meant a whole different ball game. It was different for me running out of my primary school, CS Stabin, and going to Form 1. I went away from home. I went to Form 1 in Casbambili, so it was away from home, it was scary. I had my other sister there, but I had to also deal with making new friends. I met new people, and it was a challenging year for me too when I was that age. So I guess I made it through, so I guess you're stronger than me. You're going to make it through, okay?
Yeah.
So this is fun. So tell us, what are your plans? You know how when I talk to you, you're always like, hey, I got my plans. I cannot wait to become a teenager. That's that one thing she says that I debunk every day. I'm like, so tell me, what do you plan to do when you become a teenager? I cannot wait to become a teenager. I'm still waiting to see what she plans to do when she becomes one. So tell me, what are your plans for middle school?
Well, my plans for middle school is of course to the dance team until I'm done with middle school and get advanced at it. To join a volleyball team.
I love volleyball. I hope you can make it to the team.
Okay.
I love volleyball.
And also do basketball.
You want to do both? You're going to get to pick one, right? You're going to do it, so you're going to audition for...
Yeah, they do it different things. So there's volleyball teams and there's basketball teams. So we don't do volleyball and basketball at the exact same time.
Oh, okay. Let's see which one you make.
Yeah, and I might go for choir.
You can't be in every team. And as much as you want to be...
I can do one every single year.
Yeah, so you can pick. So you cannot. Yeah, you don't want to overwhelm yourself. Remember that those are clubs in school, right? So in as much as you want to belong to one of those clubs, you also want to know that the main reason you're there is to study. Your studies is your priority. And remember that if your grades are not good,
I'm gonna have to kick out the volleyball team, the basketball team, and maybe the soccer team.
And the dance team. They'll kick you out every team. Your grades need to be good. Remember that was one of the prerequisites for you to even audition for the dance team.
Yeah, it was my grades.
Yeah, they needed your grades, your end of year grades for 5th year for you to be able to audition. So it is important. You don't want to worry yourself about belonging to every team or to every club. So because you might just get overwhelmed, you might just get overworked. Those things take time, and they can be really tiring. So that is awesome. I'm happy that you have plans. You're looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to making new friends as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so apart from that, so you're going to middle school. This is a new kind of milieu. This is a new kind of environment. It's not like fifth grade. It's not like elementary school where you had to be exemplary so that the younger ones will look up to you. You're going to a place where now you are the younger one, and there are older people ahead of you. What are your expectations? What do you expect from middle school?
I usually always think that in middle school people are going to be nice, but of course not every one of them is going to be like that. There are going to be some people who are rude, and there are going to be people who are not nice or not mean, or who are mean, and we can't change that, but we can show them that being mean or nice is not, well, can I say not acceptable?
That being mean and not being nice or being a bully are things that are not
acceptable.
Okay.
And I also expect to have good grades.
Yeah. And to make some good friends too. I know how much you love this friends thing.
Just walking at us.
Yeah, okay, interesting. I'm happy for you. That's the truth about it. I'm excited for you. I saw how excited you were leaving the last week of elementary school. I remember there was a day she got up and she's always wanted to go to school looking all, I like that you want to look all nice before you go to school. But to me, one of the most important things is that even no matter how you want to dress to go to school, it has to be
appropriate.
Yeah. So however you dress, you need to be decent. Your dressing needs to be appropriate. So I know that there was a day that she kind of sneaked out on me and wore a little short to school. And by the time I cut it, the bus was already here. So she tricked me. She knew that if she waited for me to come out, I would tell her to change. So she stayed out. She didn't come to tell me good morning. She didn't come in for her regular dress code check. Normally we have a dress check every morning before she goes to school. But this day she didn't come in, and I got up and I stayed in my room. She got ready. By the time I got out of my room, it was already like 2 minutes before the bus got here. So I didn't want to keep her because I had a morning meeting. I had to join a meeting, and it was important that she got on the bus. So I picked up these extra pants, and I tossed it into her backpack, and she took it and she went off to school. I got back to my desk and I sat there and I really worried that what is making her, why was she dressed like this? She has never worn shorts like that to school. What is happening? I worried about it for that day, but by the time she came back from school, I put her down. We kind of chatted. She explained to me why she worried, because she said, what did you say again? That your friends thought...
People wore really short shorts to school, and I felt like I was the only one who wore long pants during the summer. Well, not like summer, but like in spring when the days were hot. Mm-hmm. And I felt like I was out of place because you wouldn't let me wear really short shorts.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you wear it. I wouldn't let you wear booty shorts to school because, again, it is coded, right? As for your dress code, when you stand upright, your hands should not be longer than your shorts. Yeah, so, it has never been in your style. You wear shorts while at home, but that was my first day to even see you try to wear it to school, which was a bit of a shock. And when she came back from school and explained to me that she just needed to go and show to her friends that she can wear that too, the fact that she doesn't wear it doesn't mean that she cannot wear what she doesn't have them. I was kind of happy that I didn't stop her from wearing those shorts that day, because she had a lesson that she needed to learn from that. By the time she got back from school, she was in her regular pants. She had taken off the shorts. So in as much as in as much as I didn't want her to go to school dressed like that, I'm also happy that I let her go because she had a lesson to learn from it, and she had a point to also prove to her friends, because for some reason the last week of school was hectic because according to you, I don't know if it's according to your to the whole fifth grade, you have to make an impression. Like if
it's because it's the last year of elementary, so everything you do in the last fifth grade goes to sixth grade. So if you look horrible in your picture in the yearbook, you will be made fun of in middle school.
So this girl didn't get a yearbook because she thought that she didn't look good enough.
I mean, I look normal, but my first picture, I looked horrible.
So for that reason, she didn't get a yearbook. So that's the price she pays for not liking her picture. So because she didn't like the picture, she told me that she didn't want a yearbook. And that's me sometimes. I'm like, okay, if you don't want it, that's fine. You don't get it. And I didn't pay for it. So she
regret it.
She regretted it at the end of it. She's like, oh, I wish I got one. But I listened to her. That was her wish. So she gets to pay the price of her choices. That's her fault, not mine. So yes, I'm really happy about your excitement to go to school. First of all, I definitely appreciate the fact that you know the importance of education, and you're trying to create, to blend life and education together, because those are the things that make one whole being. And yeah, summer is here. So before we round this up, let's talk a little bit about summer. So this is summer. What are you looking forward to? What are your plans this summer?
Well, I'm looking forward to hanging out with my friends because we obviously really miss each other, even though it's only been 2-3 days. I might go to my cousins, or they might come here. We might go to a family vacation. And one of my wishes is to go to Disneyland, Disney World, Six Flags,
you want to go
Universal.
You want to go to all those places?
No.
So your summer wish is to go to Disneyland, Universal, what those
Six
things?
Flags.
All during one summer?
No, one of them.
One of them?
Not all.
All right, so pray hard that your wishes become true. Who knows? Remember that most of those things in life are, how do those things come? U-E-A-R-N-E-D. You earn them.
Oh, earn. Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised you don't know that word.
I know the word, but
Okay.
I didn't know what you meant.
Yeah, but how do you get, if I were to say, okay, Haley, we are going on a vacation, what do you think is going to make that happen? You're going to have to earn it, right?
Yeah.
You earn it. You don't get up every day and do all of the things that piss me off and expect that I'm going to spend money on a vacation. You know that it's not going to work, right? So we work for it, we earn it, or another way to get it is, you do something that you know that, hey, this is something that I am proud of, then you can also be rewarded. So you can either earn it or you'll be rewarded for something great, right? So life is not just about waking up and saying, hey, mommy, can we go to Disneyland? Then I pack our boxes and we go to Disneyland. Then the next moment, I'm like, Haley, please, can you help me clean the dishes? And what happens? Attitude.
Because I don't want to clean the dishes.
Yeah, so if you don't want to clean dishes, I don't want to pay a flight, I don't want to do a reservation for Disneyland. You got to help me to help you. It is a two-way thing, right? So you help mommy and mommy helps you. So you earn Disney, and Disney, here we come, right? So thank you all so much for spending some time. This is how we talk every day. So you see, I'm even losing it because I'm forgetting that we are actually on record, because this is our conversation. This is our everyday conversation. These are things we talk about. Sometimes she just like roll her eyes and like, oh, mommy. But
because you talk, if I don't say anything, it will keep on going for like the next day.
Yes, because I just have to say those things. I never want to regret the fact that I did not say them. And I'm also one person that believes in conversations. I believe in having these conversations with our kids. I believe in being able to make them talk to you, to open up, to tell you about the things that challenge them, to tell you about their fears, to tell you about how they feel, right? So I'm one person that likes to have those kind of conversations. So yeah, I get them with her. She gets like, oh, mommy, we have spoken enough, but it's never enough for me because I won't lie to you. As a mother, I have fears too. So thank you people so much for joining us on the You Can Be Anything podcast. Thank you, Haley, for sharing your experiences and your aspirations with my guests. Any last words?
Goodbye.
Sure. So thank you all for having us. Thank you for listening. Share this with anybody that you think will be relevant to them, and be good to each other. We wish you Godspeed in everything you do. Ciao,
Have
ciao.
a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.